Hi everyone, driving home, sorry. Yeah. Somebody suggested in my last video that I back up using my elbows. No, ain't gonna happen, sorry. Especially on my work parking lot. Because yeah, no, I'm not hitting another car. So my clock on my car says it's 4:58. I know it's probably later than that by a couple minutes. And it says it's 33 degrees. I think that's lying too. Wow, my windows are dirty, aren't they? Today was a slow day at work. I did have some work. And then like within the last half hour, we got a bunch of stuff that came in, but I didn't have time to do it within the last half hour. So it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Trying to think. Still wanting freaking cupcakes. Still wanting Twinkies. Still wanting a big ass glass of milk. Out of all of those, the one that's going to be the healthiest for me is the glass of milk. Sorry, sun's in my eyes right now. My hair looks like a hot mess today, and I'm not wearing any makeup currently. Come on, sun some nutcrackers. Thank you. I'm really thirsty too, and I've had 7 glasses of water today. Uh-oh, there's a Lily. Where's Lily fire truck? Oh, where are they going? Like where I work, they have their own fire and rescue. So, because we're such a big facility. So yeah, I'm thinking the dangerous pastime, I know. Yeah. Like I said, still craving Twinkies, still craving cupcakes and a glass of milk. Now, if somebody can get me some dill pickles, like one of those big dill pickles, like Jimmy John's, no, not Jimmy John's, out of the jar, the Clausen's, and a glass of milk, that might help too. I mean, then I wouldn't be eating definitely as much sugar that way, right? But, or no, I know movie theater pickles, you know, the ones that are in the plastic that have all the pickle juice. Seriously, I don't know why I'm so weird and I like eating sour things and then drinking milk. But I do. I don't know why, but I've been that way for years. I mean, I used to eat like chewy sweet tarts and drink a glass of milk. Okay, make sure everybody's stopping. Today my emotions are okay. I don't know how they're going to be later on tonight. Going to a viewing for a friend. Her mother passed away. So Mama and I are going to go tonight. I don't know if Dylan's going to go tomorrow to the actual funeral because he has to work tomorrow, so I don't know if he's going to be up for that. He wanted to go, but he's working like 6 days next week. Yay. That's sarcasm. But, I mean, since he's getting ready to have his surgery, I guess I shouldn't complain too much, right? So he's working Friday, off Saturday, and then goes in Sunday. So he'll work Friday night and come home Saturday, and he'll sleep for a little bit, and then he and I will spend Saturday together, be able to go to our club meeting and our convention meeting. And then, you know, I don't know if we'll do anything after that. And then we will, and then we'll go home. And then Sunday we'll have part of the day together too, because he won't go until later that night. So I mean, we'll still have time together, just not as much, I guess. Look, it's lighting up my nose. The way the sun's coming through. Look at that highlight. Just kidding. So kidding. It does look like I've got something on the end of my nose, though. I will be uploading this, because I'm not doing a live feed, so I'm not getting feedback, which is okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I did get some sad news today. The only football player I like is retiring. Makes me sad, in a way, but I'm kind of glad he's retiring. I've got this weird aura about me in my car, don't I? I'm glad he's retiring though, because he's young. He's only like 29. And so I'm glad he's doing that, because now he can save his body and do other things and actually have a future. Football did for him what he needed it to do, and he's moving on, because he's very, very funny. Pat McAfee. Oh my gosh, he's such a funny guy. I had no idea who he was until I was listening to Bob and Tom one day, and he was on there, and I mean, he's done stand-up comedy. He gives to the community. Like, he paid for, like, I forget how many people's electric bills this winter. He supports veterans. He's a really superhuman being. He's a great guy. So he's taken what's been given him, and he's been paying it forward, and I'm all for that. So I really am going to miss that he's a football player. I think he's the only thing I liked about football, so now there's nothing really holding me to football except for Dylan. But I'm really happy that he's not going to be playing anymore too. I hope they keep him on the Bob and Tom show, because he would be a really good fit. Because Bob from Bob and Tom actually left the show. He retired, and so now it's just like Tom, because he can't stop having children. My God, he's got to be in his 60s and he's still making babies. I'm like, what the hell? Stop making babies. You're gonna die before they're adults. Stop making babies. Anyway, so he's got little kids, and so he's not retiring. Christy Lee left for a while but came back, and then there's Chick McGee. I like Chick McGee too. Chick McGee's a pretty awesome guy. I've never met him, but I've listened to his podcast, which I should really go back to start listening to again. I like him. So yeah, Tom Griswold is probably the one that gets on my nerves the most, though, in all honesty. He just says some things, and I don't know if it's part of the act for the show, but sometimes he just says things that are so distasteful. Good gravy, I'm getting hit by every light on the way home tonight. What the flip? So Mom and I are supposed to have dinner when I get home. So I don't know what she's making, but there's that. Good God. I don't want to look like that. Sorry, I saw somebody who was super heavy, like super heavier than me. And I'm just looking at him. He was in a van. I'm like, I don't want to be that way. I did go for my mile walk today, and that was by myself. Oh, bacon. Well, that's an interesting police car. That was weird looking. Like, the lettering was kind of holographic, so you could barely see it. I wonder if they're trying to be stealthy and sneaky. So, yeah. I talked to somebody I used to work with at the place where I work. They work in a different part. They're a contractor as well, but they're through a contract. Like, the company they work for is contracted to run some of the things at the place where I work. And so we were talking today, and they're going to have a position opening soon. And she suggested that I apply for it. I'm like going, I would like to, but I really like my job now, and they've bent over backwards to help me. And I don't know if I'm going to get that position. I don't want to try for it and then feel bad because they've extended my contract. I mean, my contract started last August, right? And it was only supposed to go till like this month, right? Well, then they extended it to June, and now they've extended it to September, which is great. But I don't, they've been so really awesome in, like, doing that for me. I mean, granted, I've worked to do that. So, they were, like I said, when I started this position, they thought what the main project was going to be, they thought was going to take 6 months. It took me maybe at the most a month and a half. They were like, crap, she's done. What do we do now? We need to find other things for her to do. And so I've helped them go from having like a 3-month backup to we're actually like running on time. We have everything caught up, and the only time we have anything that is late is when people don't do on their end. Like, we do all of our stuff, but we have to wait for other people to do their stuff. That's the only time it's late. And that's not on us. So, you know, we're caught up. And the person that I work with, she likes it. She feels like, you know, she can trust me to do my job and do it well. Yes, I've made some errors, and yes, I've beat myself up pretty bad for them. But she's like, I've made the same error. It's okay. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, when you're a perfectionist, I'm a slob, but I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionistic slob. When you're a perfectionist and the thought of, you know, failing and everything else, you know, sometimes you self-sabotage yourself in the head, you know, in here. You're like, oh my God, they're not going to extend my contract now. They're going to fire me right now because I made a mistake. Because it actually happened at a position. I had a contract position. And there was a mistake. It was before I started, there was a mistake. And I didn't catch the mistake in time for them, even though it wasn't my mistake. I didn't catch the mistake for them. Sorry, there's the sun. And so they ended my contract. It was pretty shady. It really was. They said I wasn't very detail oriented. I'm like, hello? You know, and I was sobbing. And it was funny because one of the ladies, the manager of that position, offered to drive me home from work. I'm like, no. Really? You just freaking fired me. And you're willing to give me a drive. Why would I do that? Why? So, yeah. Yeah, that brought up some emotion that I was not expecting. Fuck. I hate that. I was trying to stay positive today. Sorry. Reining in. I do have something cool waiting for me at home. So that's good. I ordered a new lunchbox. I ordered a backpack lunchbox because I'm tired of the one that I have when I'm walking out of work. When I walk into work and it has some weight, it stays on my shoulder. But when I'm leaving work, it falls off my shoulder all the time, to the point where I have to hook it underneath my coat to get it to stay put. And I got tired of dealing with it. So I bought a new one. I needed it. And so it should be waiting for me when I get home, because walking in the middle of the street makes sense. Good gravy. I don't have patience some days. Wow. I do have this, I don't know why the light is doing this, but it's like this weird aura coming in behind me. I don't know if anybody else will be able to see it, but I can see it right now. Truck, I'm glad you stopped. People sometimes drive down these streets like they're on an interstate. I don't get that either. So, like I said, hopefully when I get home, there's some good food, because I'm starving. My lunch did not hold me over today. I had leftover smoked sausage and fried cabbage from yesterday. So yeah, so there's that. I'm almost home. I'm getting ready to pull into my driveway. So I will talk to y'all soon. Well, let me pull in, then I'll talk to y'all soon. Yeah, so here we go. So now I'm home. So I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.